Hi all, I'm just going to do a quick tapping video for you today. I've got my candle burning to help transmute that energy. I'm going to focus on what's going on in the world around us at the moment, okay? And hopefully it will hit a range of things. If you have any underlying health conditions, you can always ask your GP first if you should engage in something like EFT if you're not sure. It is quite a gentle practice. It does sometimes bring emotions to the surface, just to be aware of that. You can always, if you have an underlying health condition you want to practice in this, you can maybe have someone in the next room that knows what you're going to be doing so that you've got that safety net around you. Afterwards, just make sure that you drink plenty of water to be flush through the system. I'm going to be tapping on the body, certain parts of the body, and the idea is that you just tap along with me. I've explained how it works in previous videos, so you can always go back if you've never done this before and have a look at those. But basically you're just following along with what I'm doing and what I'm saying. You repeat what I say. If you can't do that, you can just tap. If you can't do that, you can just say what I'm saying and engage with that energy, or just watch the video. That in itself can be quite powerful, watching someone else tap. Also, you can get someone with clean hands to tap on your body for you if you can't do that. But that's entirely up to you. You go with what you feel. Okay, I'm going to be looking at my notes during this, so just bear with me if I'm not always looking at the camera, because I've written lots down that came up this morning for me to share with you. So as we go along, it will all come to the surface. Okay, here we go. So even though in the media there is so much information and it's hard to know what's real, some of these messages are biased messages. It can be very confusing, and it can make me doubt myself and the facts that I know about this virus. I can always come back to these facts though. It's okay for me to check in with what I do know. And it's okay for me not to think about this virus all of the time. Even though it's so overwhelming, it's okay for me not to have to live my life by it. Just coming back to the facts allows me to think about what I know, to rationalise, and start to come back to some clarity. It's okay for me to keep living in the new ways that I've found. It's okay for me to keep going. It's okay for life to keep moving. Most importantly, it's okay for me still to feel a sense of joy in all of this. It's okay for me to come away from those other feelings sometimes and engage in joy when it's possible. That's okay. Take a deep breath in and out. That part there really felt important, that even though it seems so overwhelming in the media, it makes you feel guilty almost for feeling that sense of joy, but it's okay to keep living through this. And eventually we will come out the other side. And it's okay for me to feel feelings of joy that raise my vibration and actually boost my immune system and support me through this time. That's okay. It's okay for me to look after my well-being. Deep breath in and out. So even though I'm in isolation right now, I'm isolating from the world. And this can make me feel very alone, very vulnerable. Sometimes it makes me feel bored. Sometimes it makes me feel scared of being alone with my thoughts and my emotions that I don't normally have to engage with. But it's okay for me to still connect in different ways, to connect with myself through meditation, to start to begin to create a relationship with myself, to do things that I enjoy doing with me as I have more time. It's okay for me to catch up with friends over the phone and still keep a sense of connection in a different way now. It's okay for me to learn new ways to connect, navigating the world of technology that I've perhaps been avoiding. And who knows, this may even give me more freedom in the future. Take a deep breath in and out. It's okay to see the positives in this now. So even though I'm going through so much change right now, and this can make me feel out of control, and it's very difficult to feel out of control. I don't like it. I may even try to gain control in other ways that are not so healthy for me in my relationships right now. But I can be aware of this, and I can start to change this behaviour in myself and start to work through change. That's okay. Even though it makes me feel vulnerable and unsafe sometimes, it's okay for me to recognise that, and it's certainly okay for me to keep living, to keep moving and keep going. And I wonder what it will look like after all of this change. And it's okay to wonder how much better things might be in the future. How this change might create better things eventually. And it's okay for me to start to become more familiar with change, more comfortable with change as I go along. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Really releasing that tension in the body now. And we're going to come up to this tapping point here. So all of this stuff in the media, all of this change I'm going through, all of these feelings of overwhelm, all of these feelings of isolation, all of these different emotions bubbling. Starting to shift these emotions now, starting to see through what's happening and starting to engage with my other emotions now. Emotions of joy, emotions of laughter, emotions of peace and calm. Working through these emotions now that have been sitting uneasy within me. Starting to release these emotions now. It is safe for me to let go. It's okay for me to come back to what I know and start to rationalise and start to connect with my inner knowing and start to feel calm. Breathing easily now. It's okay for me to keep living and to keep going and to look after my well-being. Moving forwards gently, easily, with calm, with clarity, and looking forward to what might come next. Moving through the phases. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. In and out. Just close the eyes. Feel that breath moving through the body. Feel that flow starting to happen. Feel the release on those out breaths. Try to enjoy your day today. Keep living, keep moving. Let yourself think about other things. Keep going. Well done. Take care.